Good afternoon, ma'am. You have 3 minutes.
Good afternoon, City Council, Mr. Mayor. My name is Marlene Jessup. I'm a fourth-generation El Pasoan and a proud Texan. Recent events have shocked and disgusted me, and I'm here to lend my voice so that these events do not happen to not a single person more. I have worked in our neighbor state of Oklahoma in the cannabis industry for the better part of the last 4 years, and I currently own and operate a store here in El Paso called Amberry Health that sells legal hemp products. I am also part of the Texas Hemp Co-op and the Texas Hemp Growers Association. I've cultivated these plants myself and manufactured products using the extracts of these plants. My company, Amberry Health, was vital in passing legislation that passed the hemp and medical marijuana programs in the state of Oklahoma, and we have worked equally as hard to make our voice known here in the state of Texas. We know all too well from personal experience that these things can happen when we have an uneducated and untrained law enforcement group who are using old data to enforce new laws. We cannot sit back and let this happen. We respect and always lend a hand to our law enforcement, and as a matter of fact, every day in our store, we offer a 15% discount for anyone who is in law enforcement. We're always here to help with these emerging problems and conflicts within the cannabis space and law enforcement. At both the federal and state level, there are very specific definitions and guidelines as to what defines a plant as being a marijuana plant or a hemp plant. Both belong to the family of plants known as cannabis. How are we going to be able to prove someone's innocence if we as a city entity are not willing to test the product that was confiscated during an arrest or just a stop? The only way to verify that a plant is indeed marijuana is to test it in a lab for its percentage level of a substance known as THC. Both hemp and marijuana strains of cannabis have naturally occurring THC in them. So it is vital to be able to test these products to make sure that we are indeed arresting someone for a controlled substance. On 5 different occasions, I have reached out to law enforcement at the federal and local levels to offer my services in helping to educate their fellow law enforcement officers on this subject matter. I also met with local Representative Joe Moody to let him know that my company is always available to help facilitate the education and training of our law enforcement officers. It was my fear that something like this arrest or harassment would happen eventually. This man was denied his constitutional rights, and if he is indeed in possession of a controlled substance, he should be arrested, but we have no way to tell without testing. To the naked eye, hemp and marijuana are absolutely identical in appearance, smell, and taste. There is no way to classify something as marijuana without knowing how much THC is in the product. Therefore, again, it is imperative that we provide testing. On Sunday, March 1st, El Paso police were called out to an apartment occupied by this man due to a quote-unquote smell of marijuana. Again, hemp and marijuana smell exactly the same. Because hemp and marijuana look and smell exactly the same, it is very possible that the neighbors could have confused the smell
Thank you, Ms. Jessup. Your 3 minutes, ma'am. Thank you very much.